Hey guys, welcome back. In my previous sessions, I discussed about the chapter Breathing and Exchange of Gases. The links of the topics are provided in the description. You can watch them for the details. Today, I'll be discussing about the chapter Body Fluids and Circulation. And from this chapter, this is my first lecture. Today's topic is blood. Let's discuss about it in detail. All living cells have to be provided with nutrients, oxygen, and other essential substances. Nutrients are required for energy and for the formation of cellular components. Oxygen is required for cellular respiration that releases energy, which is used to perform different activities in the cell. So, all living cells have to be provided with nutrients, oxygen, and other essential substances. Not only this, cells also have to remove the waste or the harmful substances from them continuously for the healthy functioning of the cells. So, the waste or the harmful substances produced inside the cells have to be removed continuously for proper functioning of cells. It is therefore essential to have efficient mechanisms for the movement of these substances into the cells and out of the cells. Nutrients, oxygen, and other essential substances should move into the cells. The waste materials or the harmful substances have to be removed from the cells. So, for these process to occur, there must be some efficient mechanisms in the living organisms. Let's discuss about these mechanisms in different organisms. Different groups of animals have evolved different methods for this transport. For example, if we take sponges and coelenterate circulate water from their surroundings through their body cavities for transporting the substances. And more complex organisms use special fluids like blood and lymph within their bodies for transporting the substances. Blood is the most commonly used body fluid by most of the organisms, including humans, for transporting the substances. And lymph is also a body fluid that can transport certain substances. So, here we can see in sponges and coelenterates, water is transporting the substances. And here more complex organisms, including humans. Okay. Blood and lymph are the body fluids that are transporting the substances. Let's discuss about blood in detail. Blood is a special connective tissue. It is a fluid connective tissue. It consists of fluid matrix called plasma and formed elements. Plasma is a straw-colored viscous fluid constituting nearly 55% of the blood. I repeat this once again. Plasma is a straw-colored viscous fluid constituting nearly 55% of the blood. And in plasma, 90 to 92% is water. 90 to 92% of plasma is water. Apart from this, proteins contribute 6 to 8% of plasma. Important. Proteins contribute 6 to 8% of the plasma. Fibrinogen, globulins, and albumins are the major proteins. These are the three major types of proteins present in the plasma: fibrinogen, globulins, and albumins. Let's discuss what is the role of these proteins. First of all, fibrinogens. Fibrinogens are needed for clotting or coagulation of blood. The second type of proteins, globulins, they are primarily involved in defense mechanisms of the body. Very important. Globulins are primarily involved in defense mechanisms of the body. And the third type of proteins, albumins, they help in osmotic balance. Osmoregulation is nothing but maintaining the water and salt balance. Nothing but maintaining the homeostasis about the water content in the body. So, these three, fibrinogens, globulins, and albumins, are the major proteins present in plasma. Apart from this, plasma also contains small amounts of minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, chloride ions. So, these ions are present in plasma. And glucose, amino acids, and lipids are also present in the plasma, as they are always in transit in the body. These nutrients always, they are moving. They are in the transit in the body. They are moving from one place to other part in the body. Okay? So, factors for coagulation or clotting of blood are also present in the plasma. I repeat this once again. Factors for coagulation or clotting of blood are also present in the plasma in an inactive form. Okay? So, these are the various components present in the plasma of the blood. I repeat once again, plasma contains 90 to 92% water, 6 to 8% proteins, and minerals like sodium, calcium, magnesium, bicarbonate, chloride, and glucose, amino acid, lipids. These nutrients are always in transit. Along with this, the factors for clotting of blood. So these are the various components present in plasma. And one of the very important statement is plasma without the clotting factors is called serum. Very important. I repeat this once again. Plasma without the clotting factors is called serum. Remember it. Important for your exams. Moving to the next. Let's now discuss about the formed elements. As we discussed earlier, plasma constitute 55% of blood. And the formed element constitute 45% of the blood. Okay? Erythrocytes, leucocytes, and thrombocytes are collectively called formed elements. I repeat this once again. Erythrocytes, leucocytes, and thrombocytes are collectively called formed elements. Erythrocytes are RBCs, leucocytes are WBCs, thrombocytes are platelets. So these three different type of blood corpuscles, they are collectively called formed elements, and they constitute 45% of the blood. Let's discuss in detail about erythrocytes, the RBCs. Erythrocytes formation, they are formed in red bone marrow. Okay? And the number of RBCs is 5 to 5.5 millions per cubic mm of blood. So, among the three different types of blood corpuscles, RBCs are most abundant. Okay, now 5 to 5.5 millions per cubic mm of blood is the number of RBCs. RBCs are devoid of nucleus. Matured mammalian RBCs lack nucleus. This is because most of the space is provided to hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a respiratory protein. Okay? Now, the shape of the RBCs is biconcave, and the average lifespan of RBCs is 120 days. After that, the old RBCs are destroyed in spleen. Very important question for your exams. The old RBCs are destroyed in spleen, and the spleen is called graveyard of RBCs. It's a lymphoid organ. Spleen is a lymphoid organ. Spleen is called graveyard of RBCs because the old RBCs are destroyed in spleen. Moving to few more details of erythrocytes. Erythrocytes have a red colored iron containing complex protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a respiratory protein. Okay? A healthy individual has 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. Very, very important question for your exams. I repeat this once again. A healthy individual has 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. Okay? Now, these hemoglobin molecules play a significant role in transport of respiratory gases. And the respiratory gases are oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay? Now, moving to the next. Leucocytes, WBCs. WBCs are formed in bone marrow, and the number of WBCs is 6,000 to 8,000 per cubic mm of blood. Okay? Now, nucleus is present in WBCs. They do not have a definite shape. Leukocytes do not have a definite shape. They are irregular. Okay? Now, lifespan of leukocytes is generally less. They are short-lived. Generally, leukocytes are short-lived because they are continuously fighting with the pathogens that enter the body. They are protecting our body. They are the soldiers of our body. Okay? So, generally, leukocytes are short-lived. Leukocytes are of two types. They are granulocytes and agranulocytes. Granulocytes because granules are present in the cytoplasm. And these granulocytes are three types: neutrophils, basophils and eosinophils, based on the staining properties. I repeat this once again. Granulocytes are three types: neutrophils, basophils and eosinophils. And the second type of leukocytes are agranulocytes. Granules are absent in the cytoplasm. Then they are agranulocytes. There are two types: lymphocytes and monocytes. Let's discuss about the functions of these 5 different types of leukocytes. Here, among the 5 different types of leukocytes, neutrophils are the most abundant cells. Very important question. Among the 5 different types of leukocytes, neutrophils are the most abundant cells. 60 to 65% of leukocytes are neutrophils. And basophils are the least among leukocytes. Basophils 0.5 to 1% of WBCs. Okay, now moving to the next. Neutrophils are phagocytic cells. Phagocytosis is the process by which the cells engulf the foreign organisms. Okay, so neutrophils are the phagocytic cells which destroy foreign organisms entering the body. Next, basophils secrete histamine serotonin and heparin. These chemicals play very important roles. Like histamine is a vasodilator. Serotonin is a vasoconstrictor. Heparin is anticoagulant. I repeat this once again. Basophils secrete histamine, serotonin and heparin. Histamine is a vasodilator. Serotonin is a vasoconstrictor. Okay? Heparin is anticoagulant. So, these chemicals are secreted by basophils, and basophils are involved in inflammatory reactions. Now, after this, eosinophils, 2 to 3% of leukocytes, eosinophils. These eosinophils resist infections and are also associated with allergic reactions. Very important statement. I repeat this once again. Eosinophils resist infections and are also associated with allergic reactions. After this, the other type of leukocytes, lymphocytes. 20 to 25% of leukocytes are lymphocytes. They are of two major types, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes. B for bone marrow and T for thymus. Okay? So, both B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes are responsible for immune responses of the body. Very important. Lymphocytes are responsible for immune responses of the body. Immunity is the body's ability to fight against diseases. I repeat this once again. Immunity is the ability of the body to fight against diseases. So, B lymphocytes and T lymphocytes are responsible for immune responses of the body. Monocytes, 6 to 8% of leukocytes are monocytes, and the monocytes are phagocytic cells. These monocytes destroy foreign organisms that enter the body. So, among the 5 different types of leukocytes, neutrophils and monocytes both are phagocytic. They destroy foreign organisms that enter the body. After this, the third type of components, the blood corpuscles, thrombocytes. Okay? Thrombocytes are cell fragments produced from megakaryocytes. I repeat this once again. Thrombocytes are cell fragments produced from megakaryocytes. These megakaryocytes are special cells in the bone marrow. Megakaryocytes are the special cells in the bone marrow. Okay? Now, blood normally contains 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets per cubic mm of blood. Okay? This is about the number of platelets. 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets per cubic mm of blood. Platelets can release a variety of substances, most of which are involved in the coagulation or clotting of blood. So, platelets are releasing a variety of substances that are involved in clotting of blood. Okay? Reduction in the number of platelets can lead to clotting disorders, which will lead to excessive loss of blood from the body. Okay? I repeat this statement once again. A reduction in the number of platelets can lead to clotting disorders, which will lead to excessive loss of blood from the body. Okay? So, this is about today's topic. Now, let's discuss some important questions based on the topics that we have discussed so far. The first question. Dash are the proteins present in the plasma that are primarily involved in defense mechanisms of the body? Answer is globulins. So, globulins are the proteins present in the plasma that are primarily involved in defense mechanisms of the body. Second question. plasma without the clotting factors is called? Answer is serum. Okay, so plasma without the clotting factors is called serum. The third question, a healthy individual has dash grams of hemoglobin in every 100 ml of blood. Answer is 12 to 16 grams of hemoglobin. Okay, moving to the next, fourth question. Thrombocytes are cell fragments produced from special cells in the bone marrow called? Answer is megakaryocytes. So, megakaryocytes are the special cells in the bone marrow from which the thrombocytes are produced. Moving to the next and the last question. Dash are the type of WBCs that resist infections and are also associated with allergic reactions. The answer is eosinophils. This is all about today's session. If you are new to my channel, subscribe for more videos and hit the bell icon. Okay, I'll be back with another session. Have a great day. Thank you very much.